Target Trading Academy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here at Target Trading Academy with today's Micros Market Recap. Let's get right into it. It is about 3 minutes till the New York close here. It is Tuesday, April 18th. Let's start by looking at oil. Oil is in rollover, meaning that there's two markets that are currently active and being traded. We have gone ahead and rolled over to the new contract. Settlement of the old one will be this Thursday at end of business day. It's not recommended that you trade live during that time. However, let's take a look at what happened. We opened slightly gap down in oil, had to move up, got to that close. They had a bunch of sellers step in, drove it down that little lap or round trip, whatever you want to call it, meaning that sellers took charge. They couldn't continue with that. They just didn't have the momentum behind it. They blew through that edge again. Quite frankly, this edge, right when they blew through it at the opening there, it was dead in the water for us. But they did ultimately make new highs on the day, hit this edge here for potential entry for our students, and came back down to those same levels, ultimately finishing off, I think, just within a tick or two from its prior day close. So no real change in the day for oil. I think it's just, 4 ticks at most of a difference. Now, gold is a different story. Gold opened, excuse me, my back. Gold opened inside of its range above its close, had immediately gone down, got to its close, and then turned around at that HVA edge, had that round trip, hit that edge above us for this potential shorts, and then that it came back and hit it again. So there's 2 opportunities up here, 1 down here. Again, these levels are drawn the night before. They're not drawn intraday. They're not drawn after the fact. They're drawn the night before. You can download them so you can see where they are at and draw them onto your own respective charts so that you can trade off of them per the methodology that we teach in the room. But gold is finishing net positive, so we are pretty much neutral in oil, positive in gold. As far as our equities go, they are slightly positive. They opened gap up. Both of them did well above that range and close. If I just scroll back here in the ES, you can see this is the contract high. We opened up, hit that edge, bounced off of it, came back, hit that opening as resistance, and then came melting down. Sellers were in charge for the most part of the day, giving plenty of opportunities for entries for our students here in the room. Again, you can just see the response at these levels. It was just stuck between them. But ultimately, they did try testing those lows one more time. They couldn't quite make it, and then so they turned back around and just entered into this main body where they've been sticking out and hanging around all day long here in the ES. That's a similar story in the NASDAQ. It was just a little bit more of a slope, I would say, the initial for the opening. We did go sideways first and then had that move down again, giving opportunities for our students to look for those trades per the methodology, coming down, hitting that edge, and then again bouncing off. You just see the response. And then they did test those lows just before lunch. They were rejected going lower. And then they just got stuck in that HVA. And then you will see that they did have one more run where they tested those lows, did make new ones, but once again, they were just short-lived. There's buyers there that are not wanting this to go any lower for whatever reason, but that's just what happens, and that move itself just puts us back up here. And then we got some volatility, especially at 10 minutes before and the close of the market here. That volatility just skyrockets, and look at the size of those bars. Now, the markets can go on for another hour or so, but right now, they are currently around that close. So if they keep heading down, we are going to be closing lower than yesterday. I mean, remember, they do have about an hour till the Chicago close. So we'll see what happens. But as far as what's going on, it was a pretty choppy day towards the afternoon and on. The morning was decent, plenty of opportunities. If you have any questions or you want to learn more information about these levels or the methodology, feel free to reach out to us. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettrading.co. Get in touch with a representative at either location. They'll gladly show you what we do in our rooms each and every day. You'll be able to see for yourself why we are the #1 trading education company in the world. We look forward to having you there.